Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, September 16th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi. Hello, I'm off camera today, and our energy mantra for today is my holistic self tells me what I need to be balanced in the world. All right, so definitely a big theme of that energy today. We have a few strong energies. So we have Sun in conjunct Jupiter, in conjunct, not seeing eye to eye, so we don't know how to work together. So we're going to figure out how to work together there. We have the Sun trining Pluto, and even though a trine is a easy, helpful connection, anytime we have Pluto, there is shadow work to be done. And we have Venus squaring Saturn. And Venus square Saturn can be very challenging on relationships of all kinds, including the relationship we have in the world. That's kind of what I'm really feeling, the overall picture of today. And I guess to bring it down to in a phrase is, what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander, or vice versa. So looking at that Sun in conjunct Jupiter, Sun in Virgo, what's good for you on a holistic level isn't necessarily what's good for everybody in the community. And vice versa, what's good for most people in the community is not necessarily good for everybody. And so it's really important to recognize that we are a community all together on this planet, and yet you are an individual with individual history, individual needs, individual chemistry, and it's just really important to listen to your body and find your personal sovereignty on this path. And I know that's not something that's necessarily being pushed right now as an agenda, but again, nobody can really tell you what is best for you besides you. And it's just super important to remember that. And I'm really seeing that. That's the Sun trine Pluto. Pluto in Capricorn, which this is going to be pushed to a new height next year as America enters its Pluto return, Plutonic colonic everywhere. Everybody looking at the shadows. Pluto in Capricorn, ding, I don't know if you can hear that when my computer does that. Pluto in Capricorn is making us really look at the powers that be and the powers of authority. Have you given away your personal authority, or have you taken the power of your authority through personal responsibility? And responsibility is knowing yourself and knowing your needs and being able to show up in authority for that. So Sun trine that Pluto energy today is reminding us, like, when it comes to our holistic selves, when it comes to our reality in the world, it's so important to have your personal authority to be in personal power of yourself, of your sovereignty. So we have that going on. And then we have that Venus-Saturn energy. And again, Saturn in Aquarius reminds us of community. And there is an importance of working together in harmony, in community. And yet, I love Venus in Scorpio is like, I know who I am, I know my worth, and I'm willing to set a boundary. And so in this square, with this resistance, with this friction, there is resistance between that personal sovereignty where you may need to set a boundary and this idea of community and being responsible for community. So it's challenging. And again, what I say is what's good for the goose isn't necessarily good for the gander. What's right for me is not necessarily right for you. What's right for you is not necessarily right for me. And that is okay. It's okay that we have differing ways of showing up in the world and differing ways or differing needs in the world. However, it's not okay when everything is all lumped together, because that's not good for anyone, truly. So keep that in mind through this energy. This energy is definitely like heating things up. Now, in addition to this, we are building into a full moon. So we have the full moon coming in on Monday, I believe, right? Yes, Monday afternoon we have the full moon. So we have the moon actually shifting into Aquarius today. So Aquarius is the sign before Pisces, so we're definitely in the build into this full moon energy, which can, spike energies, it can spike emotions. People may get very emotional around these energies. And this is where, again, holding your sovereignty, knowing where to hold your boundary is very important. Now, it's interesting because we'll have the moon in Aquarius connecting to Venus, squaring Venus, and connecting to Saturn, building into that Venus-Saturn square. And so, moon can represent things that are hidden. So just watch for hidden vibrations. Watch for hidden energies. Watch for where, those hidden projections that come up that make you doubt yourself. And let me be fair, it's really good to question yourself. It's really good to question where you stand in regards to anything. Question it, but really do take the time to check in with your holistic self, with the healer within you. What is right for you? And this is in regards to anything. This can be in regards to, I don't know, I want to get pancake mix. Should I get gluten-free or should I get gluten? What is your body saying? Listen to that because only you really know. It could be about buying a new car. I don't know. Should I get a Nissan? Should I get a Toyota? There's so many things. Should I buy an aloe plant or a monstera? It's not just the high-ticket items that are happening in the world right now. This is everything. Your body knows. Listen to it. Listen to the guidance. And when I say body, what I really mean is your holistic self, your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, your heart. And this is the time, if you're out of balance, to figure out what that out of balance is and bring it together in working harmony, because that's best. Now, speaking of harmony, this Venus-Saturn square is not necessarily easy. I think we're all going to be extra supersonic vibrationally sensitive in this. Venus in Scorpio, tending to yourself, tending to your own desires and recognizing them as your own, I think is pretty important in this energy in order to stay in a place of sovereignty and goodness. But just watch, because relationships may feel challenging through this day. One last thing that I should mention, we have Mercury and Neptune moving into an inconjunction tomorrow evening. So, I don't know. It just feels like the projection and the illusions, they're super, super, super up. Keep checking in with yourself. That's just the best thing that you can do. So, I'm going to leave this here for now. Is there anything else I want to say in this? I think that's good. So, you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and I hope you enjoyed looking at my art. Stay curious. Namaste.